Hey guys, this is Lightstar. Are you ready for some healing shields? Oh my gosh, what are healing shields? Well, you're gonna find out. I've created a Healing Shield Attunement Art Series that goes along with my Healing Shield Attunement Art Sessions that you are not gonna wanna miss. This is gonna kickstart your energy and boost to super high frequencies in various ways with the Lock and Key series here that's going to help you with your energies. So we're going to talk all about that. You're going to learn all about that, and you're going to experience some super high levels. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys real soon. Hey everybody, this is Lightstar, and I've got something really exciting to share about my Healing Shield Attunement Art with my Healing Shield Attunement Art Sessions. I have created this combination, this blend, this synergy of creating my artwork in a certain series of my healing shields, and I'm coupling it now with attunement sessions. So I'm going to explain in this video a bit about the different art images, the different shields. I'm going to show them to you so that you can actually see them and experience them yourself. And then I'm going to share a little bit about what I'm doing with my session work to even explore these further and to help you guys with a lot of different things in a lot of different areas. So I want to just share a little bit first about the Attunement Art Series that I've created, and it's called the Healing Shields. And this Healing Shields concept came to me as a download of information, as things usually do, but it came in a download, and it was a pretty big one. And it was providing the images of shields, but not only just shields, but to blend them with high dimensional, high frequency energy to help you guys with your life here, okay? So there's many different realms that these particular shields are going to work with. And so I'm gonna share a little bit about them, but I'm also going to say this is a video that for all of you watching it on YouTube or anyone that watching it anywhere on social media, it'll be the introduction. And then for those of you that are going to be working with the Healing Shield Attunement sessions with me, then this video you're going to be able to come back for references or reference point. And I'm going to have some timestamps that are going to be listed in the description below or on my page on my website for this particular session, so that you can visit the timestamps before you come to our session for the particular shield you're working with, okay? So that's kind of what that's for, and I'm going to be having a little bit of or it'll be a review or an alignment and attunement for you guys that want to work with me with these healing shields and attunement sessions, and that way you can go back and be aligned and attuned to that particular frequency that is with that shield. So that's why I'm going to be having some timestamps. I don't normally have that on my videos, but on this particular one I am for that purpose, okay? So that's what the timestamps are for. So let me just share a little bit about why I created this and how this came to be before I go into all of them. So I received a big download, big giant download that came in that had to do with a lot of things that you guys are dealing with, that we're all dealing with, different areas, different realms that we deal with, from the physical, the spiritual, mental, emotional, dimensional. And so this is something that I wanted to provide assistance with in a way that can be addressed in several different ways, okay? So it's like via visual and also by certain key codes. So when you see these shields that you're gonna see, the healing shields, they are, I want you to think of it as like a lock and key, and the shields are gonna be like the lock, and then the key codes are something that I'm going to provide in the Attunement Art Sessions. So this is going to be very specific. So there's going to be a few different tiers of levels, or I'm calling them tiers, where you will receive just either a general key code, or you will receive a custom key code that will go into the lock. Okay, so it's a really exciting synergy between these two keys in the lock for this particular upgrade. Okay, so when we think about shields, sometimes we think about, oh, we need shields to protect, and oh gosh, we're going to put all these protections up. And yes, although that's fine and good, but I want to explain there's three main ways that when you're experiencing the main reason why you put shields up is because you're experiencing something either lower frequency or negative in the energy field that's either coming at you or is difficult or challenging in your energy field or even in your physical body. So I want to share, there's really three different ways. There's three different things that happen when you're trying to either get rid of this or to get back into balance, right? And when darkness comes in, or heaviness, or whatever you're dealing with that's kind of pulling you down or not, moving forward into a brighter, better place, what happens is we either think of we can fight tooth and nail, we can fight with those shields and the swords, and we can deflect and put all that stuff up, right? That's one way of addressing the issue or the issues or the challenge or the lower frequency. The second way is by raising your frequency up so high that it's actually not a match to the lower vibrations any longer, so that you raise yourself up and that dissolves away, or it's just not a match to it, so it is no longer going to be affecting you. The third way is through high doses of love, okay? Love, empowering love that brings in a superconductor energy there that also helps with deflecting and healing. And so of these three ways, that's what these shields are actually bringing. Because if you see them, once you see them, you'll understand that yes, it provides that sort of shielding energy that we want to use, but we also, as a visual, and also the energies of metals and things of that nature that we normally think of as shields. But then it also has infused energy into it. It has codes, and there's symbols and different kinds of codes that actually bring your energy up and your vibration and your frequency up higher, so that it can blow doors on this other stuff that's all around you that isn't what you want in your energy. And then it also brings in this high levels of love that just radiates out from each one of the healing shields in different ways. So I wanted to share that because that's the overview here of what these shields are providing for you, okay? So what I want to do is just share them. I'm going to share a little bit about these shields, and I'm not going to go into them extensively because that's going to be for the people that want to go further with it into the attunement sessions. I will go into way more depth with them, but I want you to be able to see them and connect with them. And yes, you can actually purchase all 7. There are 7 of these sacred healing shields. And you can purchase them all as all different ways, mediums and sizes on my website in my art store. You can certainly do that. Or you can choose to work with me in the attunement sessions, which are going to be exciting and really cool and really raise your frequency to the higher level, because you're going to receive some general codes that are not going to be included in just the regular packet of receiving the art. And then also, if you want to do the higher tiers, you're going to have the custom codes in there as well as, so it's really exciting. But let me just share, that's kind of the overview of why I'm not spending a lot of time on each image, but I want to share it just to give you an overview of them. And for those of you attuning with the session work, you're going to come back to this particular timestamp of whatever shield you're working with and get the activation review right here and right now, okay? So let's go into the first one that is called the Universal Healing Shield. So as we look at the Universal Healing Shield, this actually connects with the cosmic realms, okay? So it's linked into the cosmic realms. And this particular image, it radiates love, it radiates that connection with your higher self, as well as the straight connection that we have to source, to energy, to God, whatever you want to believe is the higher power or the higher matrix, if you will. This is what this links into. And I am just going to read a little bit about what each of these shields has the energies of. This is like what the essence of this particular image and what this particular healing shield is helping with, okay? So we have the confronting the very core of yourself and the soul is the Universal Shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are: initiates connection, alignment, and unity with the soul and higher self. Also infuses empowerment frequencies into all chakra fields. It promotes feelings of courageousness, positivity, confidence, and safety. So this is your straight connection to the higher self. This is going to be for people that are experiencing difficulty in connecting to higher self, higher sources, feeling lost, feeling scared, feeling alone, not connected, things in your energy field that are exacerbating those things or not assisting in any way, shape, or form. So this is the shield that you want to work with for those things, and anything that you're just drawn to. I also want to say, when you're drawn to a specific shield, then work with that particular shield. In the session work, I do have a certain sequence that I suggest that people go through for if they're going to do more than one session. But it's not mandatory, but this is the one that I really feel with this particular shield that should be included, even if you're going to do another shield, or if you're going to actually just purchase the images by themselves, that you actually include the Universal Shield with the other shields, at least having this one, because this one is going to realign and tune you to the highest frequencies of source and energy and light and yourself and love and all of those precious juicy energies that we want in our lives. Those are the ones that have all of the sequence and all of the codes that create the blueprint, if you will, for, and the template for us connecting to higher level energies, okay? So that's what the Universal Healing Shield is all about. So just take a moment here and attune or align yourself to the energies of this frequency and enjoy this energy. Now, the second shield I'm going to talk about is the Purification Shield. And the Purification Shield actually links into the physical realms, right? Makes sense here. So this is going to be the realms of the physical realms, okay? So that's why you see lots of vibrancy, lots of energy here. It's kind of the earthen colors, if you will. But we're bringing in higher frequencies here for the physical body, for the cellular structure, and all that good stuff, because this one is the one that we work with when we've got physical issues or things that are taking us down and our energy is not what it should be, or we want it to be. Something's going on that makes us feel really, really drained or tired or any of that. So that's what this particular frequency is all about in here. And so I'm going to read a little bit just to give you a snippet here. This is nourishing your biology and your relationship to abundance is the Purification Shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are: supports optimal cellular cleansing and releasing of toxins and waste, fortifies the physical body with vitality, regeneration, and loving support, and fosters an overall perception towards abundance and prosperity. So this also links into when people are unable to manifest, right? So this is the manifesting. Yes, there are other other energies that contribute to that, but we're talking about things on the material realm, okay? Things in the 3D realm, things you need to manifest in your life. That's what we're looking at here with this shield, because this is a really potent one for helping to vitalize your energy, regenerate your energy and your cellular structure. And so that's why we want to look at what has been neglected. This is nourishment, bringing in the nourishment for yourself and bringing in what is needed, okay? So these particular healing shields are bringing in higher frequencies as well, okay? So we're bringing in higher energies, higher forms for our body. This is also linking you into, so when we're working with the attunement art and we're also working with the attunement sessions, we're going to be realigning you with what your body is actually needing. And I'm going to share some really amazing ways to connect with your body and in new ways. Because here's the thing about this shield is that this is something that I really want to share with all the shields really about them, but this one in particular is when you are connecting with your body, and we always say talk to your body, there's body talk, and try to get people use the pendulum and the body pendulums and things to figure out muscle testing to figure out what your body needs. And some download that came to me is that we also need to address the body in ways of code, because the body and the symbols like your cells and all of this stuff is we're made of matrix, we're made of the star matrix, we're made of codes, we're made up of energy. And so we need to talk to our body in those ways, because maybe does your liver understand English or French or German or whatever language you speak? I mean, it was a question that I posed to myself, and like, how do we really talk to and address the body itself? So I've formulated some things to do there, which I can share with you in the session work about how to tune into the language of your physical body as well as your energy field. And that's what some of the key codes are going to be doing here. The specific key codes, or even the general ones, but the specific ones will also tune in and dial in a little bit more specifically. So that's the Purification Shield. So just take a moment, again, just tune into the energy here. And now I'm going to talk about the Psychic Healing Shield. The Psychic Healing Shield is really potent, and it links to the mental realms, which is a pretty big area here on our planet, right? This is all the mental energies. This is the mental field, the mental energies, and things that come into your mental energy field. So this was developed and actually really came in as a download very specifically too, that can help people with retraining mental thought patterns. I deal with this a lot in my sessions, and I start to really feel that people need to start having some ways of retraining their thoughts and retraining their patterns of their thoughts, so they move away from limitation, lack, victimization, these kinds of things that are lower frequencies, and start to retrain in a positive way. So that is very important for us to move forward with our lives with a lot of grace and ease, but also just with happiness and joy and peace. So I felt this was very important, very, very important on this one. And it also helps when you're experiencing like psychic attack. Has anyone experienced that? I know you guys have. I know I have too. And I know that this was very, very powerful and potent to be able to help you from things like that. Things that are outside of you as well, that are coming into your energy field. Thus not only the deflection of those energies, but to raise your consciousness higher so that you aren't as affected by those particular outside influences. also influences that were in your childhood from, you know, things we learned from our parents in the mental field, people's thoughts, other people's thoughts, these kinds of things that get inserted or embedded, and we have to find ways of releasing the old patterns and bringing in new thought patterns that are of a higher frequency. So that's what this particular shield deals with. I'm going to read a little bit here about what it is, just a snippet of information. The Psychic Healing Shield, okay, so we're in this particular shield, is proactive awareness and shifting your mental thought patterns is the Psychic Shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are invites positivity and infinite possibilities into your mental energy, promotes intuitive awareness, clarity, focus, and creative vision, blocks psychic attacks and lower vibrational negative thought forms. So again, very potent, very powerful. I implore you guys to, again, connect with this one and also just take a moment to receive some downloads, energies, and again, for those of you tuning in to this particular image, working with me, again, with the mental field and getting yourself prepared. Okay, and now we're moving on to the Empath Healing Shield. The Empath Healing Shield is linked into the emotional realms, right? The emotional realms where so much goes on down here in this 3D realm as well, from all the various roller coaster rides that we take. The Empath Shield is going to help us with that energy that we can help to deflect other people's emotions, feeling connected to or too connected to other people's anger, other people's sadness, other people's grief, as well as your own. But we're connecting in to those areas where we need to focus and assist on clearing that, to being able to strengthen your emotional body so that you aren't as affected by these things. And if you do get affected by them, that it's much easier to clear. And it's much easier to get back into balance in your own emotional state, right? So we've got healthy processing and expressing emotions is the emotional healing shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are prevents absorbing excess emotional baggage from others, promotes healthy boundaries and open communication, and dissolves internal and external toxic and negative emotions, which is pretty much what all of us are dealing with on this planet when we interact with other people. So we've got to implore this one extremely well to have this template working at full capacity so that you can be in balance with your own energy field and your own emotional state. So this can also help with things where you keep getting knocked off balance or you keep getting affected by other people's stuff or in their energy and their emotions, and this is really going to be assisting here, okay? So we have some shielding techniques that we can learn in the sessions as well for this particular shield. So again, just take a moment and connect to the energy of this particular shield, the template of what it's providing, and just take a moment to do that. And now we're going to talk about the Astral Healing Shield, which is a really potent one, and this is connected to the dimensional realms, right? So these are going to be the areas where we are traveling and what's in our astral energy. This also connects in and is linked into the etheric body. But these are the energies that are surrounding us. We're not totally aware of them, and most of the time we are in our waking state consciousness here. So this really has to do a lot too with the dream state, the dream time, and our energies and where we go when we astral travel. And it's going to align us with higher frequencies in the astral energy so that when we are not going to get too affected by some of these negative, negative things are out there in the astral plane, right? We got to be really careful with what's out there. And we also do need to have our guards up to understanding the astral, and our etheric bodies get very much affected by things as well. And so we look at things that might be affecting you in your etheric body that you're not 100% aware of, right? So this is managing your energy level to be able to sense some of the subtle energies as well, the subtle body, where we can connect with the subtle body and start to work with our light bodies, start to understand how they work and how they interact with other people and other people's light bodies and our astral bodies, and how that works and how that plays into our dream life, and also sometimes just in our waking state too, because this can affect how we are and how we reside here and how we work on levels, different levels. So this is going into those multi-dimensional levels that we want to keep clean and pure. So the astral shield is building a healthy auric field and astral body is the astral field's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are fortifies the etheric and astral bodies during dream time and waking states, promotes bonding to the lifeline cord, preventing premature detachment, and it also deflects attachments from lower frequency dimensional entities. So these are, again, things that we aren't totally aware of, but we want to strengthen our field so that we can be in a high level of walking this planet in the waking state as well as in the dream state. We definitely want to have our game on, right? Game on. When we're working with these frequencies, we want to bring in the highest levels of love, and we want to radiate that out so that we can walk in our dream state and walk in our waking state with a sense of strength and a sense of confidence, because that's a lot of what these shields are bringing. Is we're always going to be aligning with the states of confidence within you to create and to dive in to your own divine power, your own sacred divine power that makes up the all of you. Okay, so there's all these different components that we're going to put together in working with these shields. It's like the pieces of the puzzle that fit together, the locks and the keys. So just take a moment to align with the astral healing shield. And now we're going to talk about the Guardian Healing Shield, which basically links into the galactic realms. Now, the Guardian Healing Shield is really potent and really powerful, and this is where we talk about a lot of the things all ET and galactic and cosmic. So we're dealing with the particular, sometimes we have lower vibrational beings or lower vibrational ETs or beings that are not for our highest and best good that are hanging around us. And we also want to connect only with those vibrations of the highest levels of love with that in mind. And the guardians, actually, that's why this particular healing shield is called the Guardian, because it's actually connected with the guardians. Those of you that have seen some of my previous either channeling or light language on the guardians, and the energies of the guardians are also helping us on here, the earth, Terra, here, and also they're helping us in other realms as well. But we link into the guardians when we're really trying to assist ourselves in raising our frequencies up and connecting with other beings. Sometimes we receive implants from negative beings that really we shouldn't have been that open, or perhaps we made some kind of contract and we want to release that contract. This is a really good one for that, because it actually helps to link in and strengthen in your own abilities to choose. This is our choice point. So it has to do with some of the contracts that we've made and how we can shift some of those contracts as well. So the Guardian Healing Shield Initiating positive conscious interaction with otherworldly realms is the Guardian Shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are it expands communication with love-based ETs and star family, invites the Guardians to initiate a supportive shield during connections, and blocks negatively based implants and deflects lower vibrational ETs. So again, those of you working with higher dimensional beings, this is a really great shield to work with anyway, because it'll keep those high frequencies strong in your field, and it will also send that shielding vibration out so that you are only a match to the higher levels of love in the other realms and those connecting with you, okay? And it keeps your, it also works to help with your frequency of discernment, to be able to discern what's coming in your field, what shouldn't be there, and what you really want to release. So it's a very powerful shield. So take a moment to connect with the Guardian Healing Shield. And our number 7th shield is the Ascension shield. And this is linked into the spiritual realms, right? This is the energy of ascension. And this one actually is very high frequency. All of them have that. But, you know, as you can see, the order in which I'm actually stating these here in this video is the order that we would be working with them in, if you were to work with me in the package deal and the higher tier, then you would be actually going in this order, because this is the recommended order. Yes, you can go out of order if you really have need to work with one before the other. We can switch it around, but I highly recommend that you either at least start with the universal shield and then end with this Ascension shield, because it only makes sense here, right? We're going full circle, and then we kind of bring this well-rounded experience here. But this one also helps to work in the spiritual realms. Those of you working in the spiritual realms, channeling, bringing in energies, doing a lot of work with the angels and the spiritual guides, and working with even the ETs, and also some of the elementals, all the different realms that you're working with. This is a great one to keep that shield strong in the field and keep it pure, so that you also don't bring in the false angelics or the false spirit guides or the ones that are lower frequencies. We only want those ones working with us on a higher level, so that we can keep our energy there and we can keep our energy spiritually progressing in the motion forward that we need it to be. So the Ascension shield is discernment, and experiencing higher frequency energies is the Ascension shield's greatest lesson. The main properties of this shield are enhances alignment to high frequency angels, spiritual guides, and masters, infuses Ascension path codes with divine love, passion, and purpose, and dissolves old contracts and misalignments, blocking spiritual progression. So this one works hand in hand with the Guardian Shield. It's very similar in well, I wouldn't say similar in energy, especially when it doesn't look like the same at all. But the energies there of discernment are really coming in very strong towards the end of the progression here, because we want to get our energies clear, you know, in the fields and in all the different things, mental, emotional. And then when we get to sort of towards the end of that spectrum here is when we're really refining our discernment. So discernment of all the different beings, the galactic realms tends to connect a bit more with the Guardian Shield, but this one connects more like with angels, spiritual guides, masters, beings in the higher dimensions of that level, and even some of the higher dimensional elemental realms as well. Sometimes the elemental realms come into the physical shield as well. But anyway, this one actually is the most potent one when you come in full succession here, because it's going to give you this boost of this ascension energy That's like working with, God frequencies, literally. I don't mean to say it, just God frequencies, but I'm saying like the source energy of who we are and the matrix of who we are is now merging back in. So we start the higher self, the one we start with, the universal, and then we bring these two together, which brings empowerment codes and empowerment templates complete and full in the matrix of who we are as a spiritual being, and our sense of who we're working with our own energies, and now with this shield, with who we're working with in the other dimensions, in the higher realms of the angelic realms, and all these other spiritual guides and masters and beings of light, who we're working with there, and how that all relates to the source energy, because it's all source energy, all of it. And some of you may even start to realize that you're blending with your own spiritual guides so much that you can't even tell the difference. Like, what's the difference? Am I my own spiritual guide? Okay, good question there. So these energies of this shield, I'm going to have you take a moment first to just connect with the Ascension shield, most powerful one right now of our time and our time frame, since we are really potently going through Ascension right now. So connect with this Ascension healing shield. Okay, guys, that is my 7 spiritual, amazing, awesome, sacred healing shields. This is the attunement art that you've just seen and experienced. This is also the attunement art preliminary, the session work that we're going to do together. If you choose to, you can go onto my website at lightstarcreations.com. To learn more about this. It's in my session section, or in the shop section, and in the first area of the intuitive readings. If you want to go check that out more, it will have more details about the different tiers. I'm not going to talk about it here too much because things may change. So go check it out on the page. I'll put the link below directly to that page that I'm working with that explains all about the Healing Shield Attunement. It will have a link in there for those of you that just want to buy the artwork itself. You can do that. It's on my art shop as well. There'll be a link there, as well as just going to the art gallery and purchasing your art there. And you can purchase it in different sizes. Highly recommend having these in your house, around your rooms, in the different areas of the rooms. You can see and experience where, like, the Astral shield would be great to have in your bedroom, obviously, next to your bed, above your bed, around your bed, because you're dealing with astral planes. And, things like, just, you can use these wherever you want. It doesn't have to be, but I'm just saying, like, that shield obviously would be great to have in the bedroom. And then other shields might be better for you personally in a personal space, whereas other one might be a great one to have in your living room, to bring in the Guardian shield in your living room, or, the Ascension shield. So whatever your Ascension shield would be great in, like, a meditation room. There's all different kind of ways you can use them. But you can also line them all up on a wall, 7 shields at a time, and work with all of them and get the most potent energy possible. So if you check out some of the specials that I'm going to have, because I have some special bonuses that are in the tiers, so go check that out below to see how you can actually get some of the art itself in one of the tiers. It's included, because my biggest package is going to have an 8x10, I believe, in the 8x10 size. If that changes, then it'll change. But at the moment, it's going to be 8x10 size of the photo prints that will be included, as well as your custom codes that are also printed on 4x6 cards, all included with some extra bonuses and extra transmissions. Because in these sessions, I'm going to be working with the shields in different ways. So I'm going to be bringing in light language. I'm going to be bringing in sequence codes. We're going to be doing initiations in different ways. And it's going to be just based upon what is coming in at that moment. So, and what is right for you in that moment. We'll be talking about that. So all said and done, go check out everything. I hope you've enjoyed this little activation video. Some of you will just get activated by itself, but those of you that really want to work further with me, I highly recommend working with these shields with me, with the attunement sessions, and also for those of you that just want to, really, you don't have to do them before you do my starseed alignment sessions. You don't have to do the starseed alignment sessions first. You can go here, although this is really good if you have done all three with me already with the starseed alignment sessions. And then this can really focus in one area, because each session is going to be focused on one of the healing shields that you choose to work with, especially when you're not doing the whole package and you're just choosing them individually. Then I have a suggested order, but it's up to you. If you want to just do one and you really want to work with one, then that's what we focus on, okay? So it is my pleasure to have served in this way, to share this with you. I am so excited about this entire experience and journey that I can help you on and to take you forward in your spiritual progression. I want to wish you guys all the best out there. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, go to the Healing Shield page so you can see all the details, and I have lots of question answers, FAQs and things that you can do. Read on there to get more information about this. And anything else, obviously, on my website, please feel free to check around on there, all my different sessions and all the different kinds of activations that I can provide for you. I love you guys. I am excited to get started on our journey, and I will see you very soon. But before I go, I always like to send all sorts of love and hugs of light from the angelics, the galactics, and the elementals. Bye now.